What's up guys, welcome to Wasted Space, and we're back in Space Engineers. And when I sat down yesterday to start putting this video together, I had a pretty clear idea in my mind of what it is I wanted to do, which was something sort of mobile construction vehicle style, aimed at exploration, survival, you know, the one vehicle you would need to go out and do everything you need without ever having to have a fixed and stable base. Which was fine, and I don't think a bad concept. However, I couldn't stop building. So what we have in front of me here is not that. It's what I've called Elysium, and it's pretty enormous. And this is kind of my solution to the mobile base to end all mobile bases, I guess. Yes, it could be a lot bigger, but this is what I've come up with. And so let me give you a little tour of its features, and we're going to start down the back here at engineering. So just tucked literally into the rear of the ship underneath the beacon is the access to engineering, and this is obviously where a lot of the main gubbins of the ship is hidden, tucked away. Have the main reactor, but this ship is also battery powered with lots of solar, lots of battery potential. And as we come through here, we have the gyroscopes and the backup cockpit, and this is actually the one that I tend to use to drive it, because from this direction you can actually see the whole ship, whereas if I get in the one at the front you can't, it's too big. You can't scroll out far enough. But anyway, we'll come back to actually no, let's have a look at that now. So get in here, we've got my toolbars set up, and I can show you a little bit about some of the motorized functions of this craft. So first of all, we have the big solar panel flower things on the top, and they of course can be adjusted very easily to face the sun wherever that sun might be. We can turn it the other way, and little trick you can probably see in the sides there. You want these to turn and not bounce too much, put a gyro on them. It really sort of chills out their movement, and of course these are set up so that they can't turn too far in one direction, and those can just be positioned as soon as you arrive at your target. Oh, looks like I've done a bit of damage to one of the... is that damaged? No, it's just the graphics. So the idea here is that this is very much the sort of ship that would come in over whatever asteroid you were mining on and then set itself up as a base of operations. So you would get in position, let's find where the sun is, so the sun's over there. I've turned them completely wrong, so we want this to turn backwards please, and let's have them this way a little bit as well. There we go, so we should have full bars on those now. And then go to the next toolbar. So here we have our battery power. So at the moment you can see that they're on and they're recharging, and was to hit that, that's going to add the battery's power into our system. And you can see our reactor jump up on the right there from 109 all the way up to basically double the power using the batteries. Then we have the system on the bottom, and this is the ore scoop. So this is for a little bit of mining in survival. You arrive at your target destination and you lower the scoop. So I'm going to lower the scoop, and we're going to turn on its lights. There we go. So you can imagine we're mining down underneath this here. We've got the gravity on the ship off, and we can use the gravity generator that's on there initially to create a negative gravity field to keep all the ore in place for us while we mine underneath with the help of these spotlights. And then when ready to collect, we can of course just reverse that field. So if I hit 7 here, you can see the field is now going to change and pull it up into the collector matrix that's on the bottom here. So turn that off and retract and get the lights off of there as well. And then finally, because this is an enormous great ship, one of the things to help you pilot it around alongside a camera that's on the bottom, this is right by where that scoop is, so you can easily position it underneath the ship. We also have a series of cameras on all the extremities of the ship, so you can easily check around, make sure that you're clear for any sort of docking maneuvers or coming in over some landmass, for example. And as you might expect, it's not got a huge number of engines on it, so it is not particularly quick. That is not the goal here. However, it is more than capable of moving itself. It's more than capable of stopping itself. It can turn very slowly. That's not really the gist, is for it to be quick. The idea is this is your base. You're never going to need anything more than this in a location, and so if it moves there slowly, so be it. All it is really is it's going to accelerate slowly. In the end, everything moves at the same speed once it gets up to speed. So let's jump out now and have a little bit further look at some of the other features on the craft. So we have the rear deck here, and this is really the building area. So, oh, I've forgotten to turn the gravity back on again, damn it. This is really the building area, so this is where you would come if you were creating a new ship. We have the projector there at the back that's enabling you to print out a blueprint that you put forth onto this landing deck, or you can have easy access to the cargo for manual building yourself. And if I just jump in here, I can turn the gravity on as well. Ship grav on, thank you very much. I can walk. So yeah, you'd be out here, you could quite easily build, and we've also got locations with chairs for easy recharging while you're crafting away. And then we've got the 3 doors inside. Now, these all actually lead to the same place. We can go in through this top door here. This comes in above the scoop underneath us, and there's where these other 2 doors are on the sides, coming into the main area of the ship with our med bays and the 2 small wings that have got all the thrusters in them. I don't know why I left these open, but they are, so you can wander in for no apparent reason. And then we can head further forward down towards what is the main docking platform. So this is where your ships would be sitting when you're in transit, either connected up onto the collectors or actually landing gear down onto this platform. But this is your miners, your cargo craft, anything that's there to keep your craft up and running. This is where they'd sit during transit and also to unload their ore. You come up into the main forward deck. We have lots more cargo, and we also have the dual tier cockpit. A couple of seats here, second gravity generator because this ship is long enough it actually needs 2. Bit of cargo access if anyone needs it up front, and then we have the main cockpit layout where I went a bit overkill with the glass, I'm afraid. I'd like to say this is a survival ship. It is survival ready in that you could drive it in survival and everything's conveyed up, everything's connected correctly, but in reality the cost of materials is completely prohibitive. As you can see, and as I mentioned from the front here, you can't actually zoom out far enough to see the back of the ship, so while you can pilot from in here, even in first person if you really wish, it's not ideal. And then finally we'll just pop upstairs to the observation deck just here. Again, nothing particularly exciting, just the idea that you can have a look around as you travel, and this is really designed to be a big exploration vessel. So this is your vessel for survival mode exploration, where you've got no goals other than to go and find out what's out there, find some ore, recover some vessels, whatever it might be. This is the ship, the platform that is going to keep you equipped and keep you set up for that whole journey. At least that's the plan. So I hope you found this interesting, guys. It's a bit of a random one today. I don't normally do this whole large-scale building, real creative, not a huge amount of actual mechanical function to it thing very often. So, I don't know, it just ended up being what I ended up doing. I don't know why. I kept building and I couldn't stop myself. I hope you found it cool. If you do, it'll be up on the workshop as usual. And please hit that like, please hit subscribe. It really helps me and the channel out. The other thing I'd like to say is keep an eye out on Thursday. Thursday will be my first launch of my new series. Not going to be Space Engineers. Not going to give you not going to give away anything about what it is, however. But keep an eye out on Thursday for my 3rd day coming in from Thursday into the future. And finally, I have set up a Steam group called Just Wasted Space. Feel free to come and join that. That's where I'm going to be organising and running my multiplayer events, and it's also a really good way I can keep in touch with you guys, hear your suggestions, hear your feedback, and at the same time be able to actually communicate with you properly, where it's a two-way thing rather than me just trying to keep track of YouTube comments, which is a bit messy. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you found this interesting, and I will catch you next time.